Welcome back to a brand new video of this channel, and in this video I think I finally have a solution on how to fix this rough idle issue on my N52 engine. But I did some research after the last video that you've seen, and I did eliminate some things that could have been wrong. So I want to show you what I've done off camera, and then also we're going to install one more thing which I've ordered, which should hopefully fix the car, but we will see today. But let me turn the camera around and show you what I've done so far. So the first thing that I actually done is I did a smoke test on the car. I'll put a clip right now so you guys can see how it was done. Okay, so at least we know the cap is working properly.
Exactly.
So yeah, as you saw, the smoke test was perfectly fine. There was no leaks in the whole system. I was afraid that there might be some leaks from the CCV system that I installed because I wasn't sure I installed it correctly. But the whole engine had no leaks, which was one good thing. So then what I did was I scanned the car again, and the only code I was getting was the MAF sensor, which was very strange because I did change it in the first video, as you remember. So I was eliminating the fact that the sensor was faulty because it was brand new. So the next thing that I did was I checked the fuse, which is located somewhere underneath these panels here. I checked the fuse was good, it wasn't blown, and the last option that I had was to check the actual wiring for the MAF sensor. So what I did was I got a multimeter and I checked each one of these pins to see if there was enough voltage going into the actual sensor from this wiring, and it all looked okay. So I've literally tried everything and I have no idea what it was. So I did some more research and I found out that the sensor that I have could actually be the wrong one, because after 2006 they switched to digital sensors, and before that is analog, which my one has. And also they changed the voltage from 12 volts, which is mine, to 5 volts. So if obviously I have the later sensor, none of it would work because the voltages are different and so on. So right now, what we have here is a new Peerberg sensor, which actually looks like the OEM one. We're going to install this now and see if the car will actually fix itself, because this is literally the last option. I have no idea what else to check. But let me show you the difference between both sensors, because there is some differences in the design, which makes me think that the actual sensor is the problem. So this is the OEM MAF sensor. This is how it looks like with these two wires. And if you look at the Febby one that I bought originally, this is how it looks like. They're not quite the same. I mean, they look the same, but this here is slightly different. The actual sensor itself that reads the air, I guess. And this is the new Peerberg sensor that I bought. As you can see, these are identical. We're going to install this new one and hopefully it will work. So all I need to do is just put it down there in the air box, tighten it down. But before we start the car, I'm going to scan it, delete all the codes, because the DME is storing all those faults and could prevent it from adapting to the car. So I want to make sure the DME has no codes, and then we're gonna start the car and see how it works. Okay, so I just cleared the codes and it's the moment of truth. I'm gonna start the car. It'll probably cold start, which is gonna run fine for a few seconds, but then I'm gonna let it warm up and then we'll see if the idle will get steady or will go up and down again. Okay, here we go. Oh no. The revs are still going up and down. But maybe the car needs to be driven for a few miles for the MAF sensor to adapt, but I'm not 100% sure. But I do also need to check if the sensor is actually reading something or not. So unfortunately the car is still misfiring, and I honestly don't know why. I checked the data and it's actually reading accurate data from the sensor, so we know this sensor is actually working properly now. But why is the car still misfiring? I have no idea. But anyway, once I have a solution, I'll let you guys know. So I'll see you in a bit. So it's actually the next day and I actually found what the issue is. So I scanned the car after driving it for some time and I got two codes for the O2 sensors and a DME mixture. So I thought, what are the chances of both O2 sensors going bad? So I checked the wiring and look what I found, guys. Someone has cut and tried to weld them together for some reason. I have no idea why. But long story short, this wiring is causing the problem. But I'm not sure if it's for both sensors or just this one. I need to take all of these panels again so I can check the second O2 sensor if it's good or not, because we know for a fact this first one here is bad. but I don't know about the other one at the back. The next steps are either I'll try to repair this, or worst case scenario is just get a new O2 sensors. I'll see what I'm gonna do first. What I've done so far is I took off the O2 sensor, so I have easy access to work here with the wires. And all I'm gonna do is rewire everything with this additional wire that I bought, and then use whatever these are called to secure all the connections. I haven't checked yet if they're all connected properly, but we're gonna make sure that they're connected properly, and then hopefully the car will have no issues after that. All right, so far I've extended all the wires that are coming from the car with these butt clips, I think they're called, and they're quite solid. They ain't moving anywhere. All I need to do left is, where is it? I need to connect all of these 6 wires to these 5 wires to the actual O2 sensor, and then give it a try. So I've connected each wire accordingly, I think, but I haven't actually put all these clips down there yet because I want to see if the car runs or not. Okay. It's cold starting at the moment. Let's check on the wires. The car is running good so far. Let's see if it warms up and it starts misfiring or not. Okay, we do have a check engine light for some reason, and the revs do go up and down a little bit. I think we have a success, guys. The car just dropped the RPMs. It's not cold starting anymore, and as you can see, it's idling fine. I don't know why the check engine light is there. I'm gonna check it now. I'm gonna scan the car again and remove it and see if it'll come back up. But oh my days, the car is actually fixed. Like, it's running so good. Just listen to it, guys. Finally, the N52 engine is running good. That tick 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 that you're hearing is the injectors, but the car is not misfiring. Don't understand how happy I actually am for the car not to be misfiring anymore. After all the work that we've done, it was just a few wires that were not connected properly, but now we have a good, healthy N52 engine, and just like that, all the wiring is done. It looks somewhat professional, but I'm pretty sure these are very on there, they ain't coming off. Also, if you guys remember, there was a small oil leak on the side of the cylinder head down there, and I thought it was coming from the valve cover gasket, but actually it was from this sensor here. This is the camshaft position sensor, so the seal was not sealing properly, so I changed the sensor to a Febi sensor, and as you can see, it's dry, there's no oil. So all of that oil build up there on the hoses and the pipes is all from this sensor here that was just dripping down. The previous owner didn't really clock this and just let it drip all the way down, so I need to find a way how to clean all the oil. But yeah, at least we sorted that oil leak and it's not leaking from here anymore. So it's about a week later, and I've been driving the car, and the car actually seems to be fine. The car is driving fine, no misfires as you already saw. However, the check engine light is still on. So I scanned the car, and the 2 codes that I'm getting is for the signals for the O2 sensors. So I've removed both O2 sensors. As you can see, this is the one that I did, and then this is the other one that I haven't touched yet. And you might be wondering, what's wrong with them, and here it is. And this is what an O2 sensor is supposed to look like. There's these plugs that the O2 sensors have, which have resistors in them, which send signal to the ECU or the DME of the car, and this resistor basically tells the ECU whether to trust the O2 sensor or not. And as you can see, someone previously has hardwired all of them all the way to the back of the engine, so this plug here is missing. And the reason why someone has done that is because this is not OEM sensor. This is just a universal O2 sensor, which are way cheaper than the OEM, and that's why people do that. But they forget that the O2 sensors actually have these resistors inside the plugs. So I've bought 2 used O2 sensors, which are correct O2 sensors with the resistor plugs inside of them. And I've also bought these wires with this plug. I made this connector myself, and what we're gonna do is splice the wire here, because this connector is supposed to come from the car, and then because these second-hand ones, they already have the plugs in, it'll be just plug and play. So I hope you guys understand what I meant by this, but long story short, we need to cut these wires again, both of them, rewire these plugs that are coming from the car, and just lap on the new second-hand O2 sensors and see if they work. So I've done both wiring from the car. As you can see, the plugs are ready. Now all I'm gonna do is just put the O2 sensors back in the plugs there, and then finally try on and see if the car will actually run fine and if the check engine light is still gonna be there or not. So we have everything connected, this one and this one. I still haven't put all the heat resistant tape on it because I just want to make sure everything works. So let's actually go in the car and start it. I've already cleared the codes, and usually when I clear them and I'll start the car straight after that, the check engine light will come on. So if it comes on now, it's not good, but if it doesn't, then I think we're in the clear. Okay, that's good news. Check engine light is not on. I think we have a success. Okay, I think we finally fixed this flipping check engine light O2 sensor issue. So I think that's it. I mean, I'm gonna drive the car for a few days, see if the check engine light comes up again, but I'm pretty sure that it won't come up anymore because it used to come up straight after I start the car. So yeah, I'm just gonna make sure the wires are all nice and tucked in. I'm gonna put some heat resistant tape on them, and yeah, put everything back together, and that's it. And unfortunately, this is going to be the end of the video. I hope you guys enjoyed it, and if you did, make sure to subscribe, leave a like, and stay tuned for the next video because we're going to be doing some maintenance work to the car so we can properly drive it and send it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.